A Halifax woman recently returned home from Toronto on a flight with Swoop, a low-cost carrier owned by WestJet. She says she was so disturbed by the lack of public health protocols being followed on the flight, she immediately shared her concerns with the flight attendants.
I stopped and I said, "I'm incredibly disappointed in you." And I said, there was a gentleman, he had his mask off. You didn't speak to him. You were too busy talking to him to actually notice that he was breaking the protocols, and you did nothing to protect your other passengers.
Jennifer Solomon says the offending passenger had his mask off for most of the flight, walking around and engaging in conversations.
And they were like, "Oh, we didn't even notice this." And I was like, "How could you not notice? He was talking to you face to face without a mask."
An interview request with Swoop was declined. However, the company sent an email statement. It reads in part, Swoop shares in Solomon's concern and apologizes for the distress. Air passenger rights advocate Gabar Lucas says Swoop should be held accountable.
This issue should be investigated. I would hope that Swoop would be facing some fines for failing to enforce the law. Swoop, as an airline, has a legal responsibility to ensure that those who board its flights comply with the rules.
Lucas says wearing a mask is a legal requirement. There are a few medical exemptions to this rule, but Solomon says this particular situation had nothing to do with a medical reason.
His response immediately was how COVID wasn't real, how it's nothing but us letting ourselves be educated by the media.
I don't care what they believe in. What they don't have a right to do is to get other people sick. If you don't want to wear a mask when you fly, guess what? Get on a private jet. Pay for it.
According to Swoop's website, masks must be worn at all times during the flight. Travelers who do not comply may face penalties including denied boarding and suspension of travel on any WestJet aircraft for up to 1 year. Travelers who are unable to wear a non-medical mask or face covering for a medical reason are required to show a valid medical certificate. Alexa McLean, Global News, Halifax.